Hara Hachi Bu. Sorry, my Japanese is a little rusty, or perhaps it's non-existent. But that's what we're talking about today, Hara Hachi Bu. And it might sound familiar if you saw my last video. We talked about blue zones, and that phrase Hara Hachi Bu is popularized in Okinawa, Japan, and it's a way of eating that they try to incorporate in their lives. It's just a normal way of life for them, and it's contributed to longevity in that country with a lot of centenarians. And so today we're going to be talking about that, not in as far as a specific diet, but actually like a philosophy or a methodology of a way to eat. And it's kind of simple, so it could be something that we can incorporate. I know I could definitely use it in my life because my eating habits are very unique. Sometimes my wife's embarrassed the way I eat. I eat so fast and aggressively that you would think somebody's going to take it away from me very shortly if I don't stuff it all in real quick. So there's a lot to learn from this. There's a lot of health benefits, immediate, and perhaps longevity. We talked about some of the issues regarding blue zones and specifically even Okinawa, but definitely can learn something from this, and instituting it can definitely help our health span. And here at LZ23 Strength, we exert ourselves, we elevate our health, we evolve in mind and body, and trying to incorporate this perhaps could have a major effect. So what does that really mean, Hara Hachi Bu? Well, basically the concept is to eat until you're 80% full. Totally contrary to the American diet and the way of eating here. We not only eat to 100%, we probably go beyond. We want seconds, we want thirds, we want the feeling of being stuffed or full. I don't know if we want that, but that's usually how it ends up. So it's fascinating. We've heard of expressions through the years. I don't know if it's popular anymore, but supersizing. And we basically judge restaurants as what's the portion size. Oh, you get a lot. So people are excited that if you're going to a restaurant, you get a lot. So you feel like you're getting more value for your dollar. But the whole mindset is above and beyond, where the 80% can have a major effect and benefit. So some of the things that it involves with being 80% full: mindful eating. I've never done that personally. Satiety signals and calorie restriction without actually counting and saying, well, I need to restrict. I need to eat 500 less calories. So you're doing it unconsciously just by trying to have that mindset of 80% full. The interesting thing with satiety signals is that it takes 15 to 20 minutes. There's a delay between our stomach filling and our brain receiving the signals from things like leptin and peptide YY that we're full. So I've never taken 15 to 20 minutes to eat unless I'm eating 2 and 3 servings and I keep coming back for more. Then it might take a little longer, but my meals are gone, as I mentioned before, very, very fast. So I'm giving my brain no chance to catch up to my stomach, or my stomach to catch up to my brain. So that's one good reason to consider it. As I mentioned, calorie control. We're creating a mild calorie deficit that's important for weight management and metabolic health. And we're not even really putting a lot of thought or effort into it by trying to limit to 80%. And we live in a obesity epidemic here in the United States, and worldwide the same thing is happening. So it's good to give this it's food for thought, if we can use that phrase or pun. The mindful eating is another aspect of it, of slowing down, enjoying the food, appreciating it, and they encourage not having distractions like watching TV or being on a computer or your phone scrolling. I know a lot of individuals might go to a fast food takeout and they're eating it all down in the car while they're driving. So there's not much thought going into it. It's just a reflex action of putting food into our mouths. So being aware of hunger and satiety signals and cues can definitely have an effect on how much we eat, and even things like digestive health. So if we're doing the 80%, we're being mindful, we're not overloading the stomach, we're improving digestion, reducing bloating and discomfort. So it's definitely something to give consideration to. The health benefits are pretty obvious. They're associated with lower rates of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and even some cancers. It's linked to longevity, as the population of Okinawa individuals were able to have better weight management. It's more sustainable by considering that. So definitely worth a consideration of even implementing it to some degree. When I talked about mindfulness and TV watching and eating, my wife and I think she gave the term to it, but I'm not blaming her because I enjoy it too. But on the weekends, if we order something and we're going to watch a movie, we call it picnicking. Are we going to picnic? So we're in the TV room and we're watching a movie or favorite shows and we're eating. The tendency is going to be to eat more than we need, and we're not giving any attention to the food. And as I mentioned before, I already have the problem of shoveling. I guess that's the best term to use for myself. So we're not going to be instituting Hara Hachi Bu in any way by doing that. So it's something that I'm going to give some more attention to and slowing down. I don't think we're going to eliminate picnicking altogether, but we'll try to make it just once or twice a weekend, maybe for a dinner. But the slowing down aspect, we're encouraged, and I don't think I ever do this until I'm done. Put your spoon down, put your fork down at least once, like halfway through, and see how do you feel. We don't appreciate the feeling that we're probably satisfied, and we don't need to eat as much as we're going to end up eating. And the idea of eating till we're full, what happens is we could be desensitizing our stomach receptors. We're stretching them so that we need to eat more next time to have that same full feeling. I know on rare occasions you might eat so much that you have to unbutton your pants or you got to go lay down. Not good for health, not good for longevity, not good for weight management. So this might sound far-fetched, but people actually live this way. Can we incorporate this? Even I try to have a mindset when it's hard sometimes to incorporate things that we know that are good for us and to do it on a permanent basis. But I like to think, can I do Monday through Friday and try to be real strict in all aspects of health? And if I go off the rail a little bit on the weekends, I'm not going to cry over it or get too obsessed or scared. But can we do that even when it comes to something like this? I'm going to try to incorporate this more. And there's so many benefits. Our organ health, it puts less of a metabolic strain on the pancreas, liver, and kidneys by preventing postprandial after meal overload if we stop at 80% full. So our organs will thank us. Cellular resistance can enhance mitochondrial activity and improve DNA repair. So many benefits. The calorie deficit, insulin regulation, stress on our bodies, blood glucose spikes. So many areas that it's going to have a positive effect on us. And one other aspect of it is what size plates. As I mentioned before, we're very concerned with portion size. Well, instead of this plate, what a difference if we aim for this most of the time instead of this. Our mindset is always we want more value, we want more food, we want more is always better, and that's not the case always. So a visual cue can, if we shy away from this, say this isn't the best for me, this isn't long term going to give me good health. hopefully things like that can help us to do the right thing too. But the slowing down and focusing, I was thinking of an illustration when I was going over this material. Picture you love art and you go to an art museum. If you run through, you still might see some of the things and you might enjoy them. And that's me when it comes to eating. And I think a lot of people are that way. So we're still getting some enjoyment of the food, but we're rifling through it, shoveling, going super fast. There's some enjoyment, but how different it would be if you're going through the art museum and sometimes they have benches by a beautiful painting and you sit there and you're looking at the painting and you're really enjoying it. You're looking at all different aspects of it. You get way more out of it, and that's what this Hara Hachi Bu is encouraging for our meals. If we're watching TV or we're driving in the car or doing something else, are we really tasting how good the food is? Are we enjoying it to its fullest benefit? Probably not. So that's kind of the illustration I'm trying to think of for myself. And change is not easy. So I tell you these things, and it's probably going to take me a while to learn to slow down and pause mid-meal, think am I full, get out of the mindset of being full or stuffed, even just the concept of that. If you say that, I'm so full, that sounds unhealthy, doesn't it? Or I'm stuffed. Unless you're a teddy bear or some kind of a doll that a little child is holding, I don't think we should be ever stuffed. And especially with food that's going to hurt us in the long run. So I just thought this was an interesting way to look at things. I encourage you to go back and watch the Blue Zone one if you haven't. Now there's controversies about Okinawa and some of the other areas, but I still think the concept is a good concept. And we're always looking for health span. We're trying to elevate our health, evolve the mind and body. That's one way to do it, to consider the Hara Hachi Bu method of 80% full, be mindful, slow down, don't be distracted when we're eating. If we do these things, hopefully it'll help our health span. It'll help us right now to be healthy and in the future to have a nice, long, good health span. So I appreciate you watching. Please hit the subscribe button, smash the like button as well, leave a comment, and we'll see you in the next video. And remember to exert yourself, elevate your health, evolve in mind and body. Have a good one.